Good evening, sir. Good evening, friends. I'm Matthews, and today I am going to present on the topic effective recording in social group work. So, we are going deep into what is an effective recording and how this is applicable in social group work. We are also dealing with the principles. What are the principles of effective recording, and what are the importance of effective recording, and uh, how we can apply these principles in practice. So we can go deep into um, effective recording in social group work. So effective recording in social group work. A recording in social group work systematically documents interactions, interventions, and outcomes to ensure accountability, progress monitoring, and support for future interventions. So it is nothing but in social group work, keeping records carefully, tracks what happens in sessions and actions taken and the results. This is an effective recording. So in a group work, keeping records carefully and tracks what happens in the sessions. So tracking what are the things happening in the sessions and the actions taken and the results. This is called the effective recording in a social group work. So this also helps to make sure everyone stays accountable, progress is monitored, and useful information is available for future activities. So that is how effective recording in social what that is what mean by effective recording, and how this effective recording in social group work is useful in future activities. So uh, next we can go into principles of effective recording. So there are certain principles for effective recording, and I had mentioned four of them. The first one is clarity and accuracy. Second one is confidentiality. Third one is objectivity, and fourth one is timeliness. So clarity and accuracy. That means records should be clear, concise, and accurate. Uh, to be simple, records should be clear, brief, and precise. That is what clarity and accuracy means. That is the first principle of effective recording. The first principle is clarity and accuracy. That means the records that we are keeping should be clear, concise, and accurate. That means it should be brief and precise and should be legible and clear. Second one is confidentiality. So confidentiality means that protect the privacy of group members. Confidentiality itself means that to keep the things away from, uh, to keep the things confidential, to keep the record, the information of the records confidential. That's the main thing of confidentiality. So that is what meant by confidentiality. So confidentiality, the principle of how confidentiality is the principle of an effective recording. It means that safeguard the privacy of group participants to make sure that the information of the group members should not be leaked, or should be kept in private, should be kept confidential. That is what confidentiality means. Third one is objectivity. Focus on facts and observable behaviors. That means that ensure uh, um, focus on facts and observable behavior. So should be focusing on the facts and the observable behaviors. Fourth one is timeliness. Timeliness means that document immediately after the group session. That means without a delay, um, we should document the information after the session. So there are four principles for effective recording. That is, first one is clarity and accuracy. It should be kept in mind that first one is clarity and accuracy, second one is confidentiality, third one is objectivity, and fourth one is timeliness. So next we can move into more principles of effective recording. That is the before I said it was the most important principles of effective recording. So there are some more principles in effective recording. The first one is consistency. So consistency, as we all know, consistency means use a consistent structure or format for documentation, or follow a uniform structure and format for documentation. That means using a consistent structure. That means that using a uniform structure and format for documentation. Second one is purposefulness. Ensure each record serves a clear purpose. Uh, while recording something or while recording, we should have an aim. So it should be up to the aim. That means that make sure that each record has a clear purpose. It should up to the mark to the aim. That is called purposefulness. Third one is accountability and transparency. Documentation should be clear and transparent. As I said before, documentation should be clear, legible, and should be transparent. That means it should be a straightforward and transparent one. Fourth one is ethical consideration. Ethical consideration, recording practices should be ethical, including obtaining consent and using non-discriminatory language. That means that recording practices should be ethical, including getting consent and using inclusive, unbiased language. So we should make sure that we are getting the consent from the client, and we should record their information. So ethical consideration, recording practices should be ethical, including obtaining consent and using non-discriminatory language. That means language should be clear and good. So the more principles of effective recording, first one is consistency, second one is purposefulness, third one is accountability and transparency, fourth one is ethical considerations. Next, we can move into how important is effective recording principles. The importance of effective recording principles. First one is accountability. Accountability means that clear records promote transparency and accountability for interventions and decisions. That means accurate records support transparency and accountability for actions and decisions. That means to clear record promotes transparency and accountability for interventions and decisions. It simply means that accurate records support transparency and accountability for actions and decisions. Second importance of effective recording principle is communication. Well-maintained records enhance communication for collaborative group work. So properly kept records improve communication for effective group work collaboration. That is meant by communication. That's the importance. How communication is important, that's the thing. Well-maintained records enhance communication for collaborative group work. Third one is progress tracking. Progress tracking, it means that accurate records track progress, contributions, and intervention effectiveness, aiding goal assessment. That means precise records monitor progress, contributions, and the impact of interventions, helping to evaluate goals. To make sure that the accurate record track progress. So tracking the records accurately and contributions given and the intervention effectiveness should make the aim succeed. That means through the progress tracking, precise records monitor progress, contributions, and the impact of interventions, helping to evaluate goals. So that those are the three importance of effective recording principles. That first one is accountability, second one is communication, third one is progress tracking. Next, we can move into more benefits. There are some more benefits of effective recording. First one is legal safeguarding. Second one is reflective practice. Third one is professional development. So, legal safeguarding. Records serve as legal documents that can protect both the social worker and group member in case of disputes or legal challenges. That means that records act as legal proof that can protect both the social worker and the group members in case of a disagreements or legal issues. That's the benefit of that is how legal safeguarding means, how it benefits. Second one is reflective practice. Reviewing past records allows social workers to reflect on their practice, identify successful strategies, and improve future interventions. That means going through past records, it helps social workers to evaluate their work. So through the past records, it helps the social workers to evaluate their work, find effective strategies, and make interventions better. That is how reflective practice benefits in effective recording. Third one is professional development. Professional development means that effective recording helps social workers to enhance their practice by providing a clear record of interventions and outcomes. It means that good recording helps the social workers to improve by giving a clear record of actions and results, leading to better decisions and growth. So, good recording, how well document is, how well a recording is done, it helps the social workers to improve to give by giving improve to give a clear record uh, and a record of actions and results. So if the record is clear and it will lead to better decisions and growth. That is the professional. That is how professional development benefits in effective recording. So more benefits of effective recording, that one in through say legal safeguarding. Second one in reflective practice. For third one, professional development. So next, how we can apply these principles in practice. So as I said earlier, there are certain principles in effective recording. So now we can look into how these principles can apply in this social work practice. So first one is preparing for recording. Preparing for recording. Define group objectives to guide recording. Key areas are group activities, individual participation, decision making, and group dynamics. So what do you mean by preparing for recording? It means that set objectives. So set objectives to streamline record keeping by focusing on care aspects. Tracking group activities, that means key areas that I said, key areas, group activities, that is tracking group activities, then noting each member's participation by noticing. So that these are all the things for preparing for recording. So we have to track the group activities, noting each member to note each member's participation, and also documenting decision and observing group dynamics. That is how preparing for recording, applying in principles in practice. How these principles are applying in preparing for recording. Second one is organizing records. Organizing means to maintain. So organizing records, it simply means that maintaining a clear structure with sections for attendance, agendas, activities, individual observations, and group reflections. So it means that organize records with distinct sections for attendance, agendas, activities, individual observations, and group reflection. Third one is maintaining activity. Record only observable behaviors, avoiding interpretations. That means that document only behaviors that are directly observed without any interpretation. Fourth one is ensuring confidentiality. As I said before, what do you mean by confidentiality? Confidentiality, it means that we have to keep the records of the clients very private or very confidential. That is meant by confidentiality. We want to ensure this confidentiality. That means securely store records and limit access. Inform group members about it. So that means store records securely with restricted access, and inform group members about how their data will be used. So we also have to inform the group members or the clients how our data, how their data or how information, in case of revealing to others, or in case we have to share it with others, we have to let them know how their records have been revealed. So these are the things how principles in practice. That means how these principles can be applied in various sections. First one is preparing for recording. Second one is organizing records. Third one is maintaining objectivity. Fourth one is ensuring confidentiality. Next, we can move into steps for effective recording. Uh, there are mainly 4 steps in effective recording. First one is preliminary documentation. Second one is regular updates. Third one is periodic evaluations. And fourth one is final summary. So preliminary documentation. The word preliminary itself, it means that prime. So document the goals, group's goals, structure, and purpose at the outset. So preliminary documentation. The prime documentation should be document the group's goals. What are the goals of the groups, and what is the structure of the group, and also what is the purpose of that group. That is the first one, preliminary documentation. Second one is regular updates. Regular update means after each sessions, update records with key discussions, decisions, and observations. We should update after each sessions, update records with key discussion. What are the key discussions occurred in that area, in that group, and the decisions that taken, and the key observations. That is called uh, regular updates. Third one is periodic evaluations. Regularly review progress to identify strength and weakness. We have to conduct a evaluation that should be periodic one. Regularly review to understand the progress and also understand the strength and weakness. So final summary. Final summary means that compile the final report, compiling all the reports, the documents, groups, goals, structure, and purpose, and after each sessions. That means preliminary documentations and regular updates, periodic evaluations all together. We have to create a final summary of that. That is called final summary. So the major steps for effective recording is first one is preliminary documentation, second one is regular updates, third one is periodic evaluations, and fourth one is final summary. So next one, the challenges in effective recording. So what are the challenges in effective recording? First one is time constraints. High case loads make detailed, timely records difficult. So that means that in case of high case loads, it will be taken more time. So time constraints. So if case loads are high, it will be a challenge to keep the records timely. Balancing detail and brevity. That means finding the right balance between detail and conciseness can be challenging. So the right balancing between the details and conciseness can be a challenging factor in effective recording. Third one, maintaining confidentiality. So at sometimes maintaining confidentiality will be a difficult one or it will be a challenge. So protecting sensitive information in settings requires vigilance. So in some cases, due to some various reasons, the maintaining confidentiality should be a challenge in effective recording. Subjectivity. Subjectivity, maintaining objectivity can be done especially with personal involvement and dynamics. So that is what the major challenges in effective recording. First one is time constraints, balance. Second one is balancing detail and brevity. Third one is maintaining confidentiality. Fourth one is subjectivity. Next, conclusion. So as we come to conclude, effective recording is a crucial component of social group work practice, supporting accountability, transparency, and group evaluation. So that means that effective recording is a crucial component. It's a major component and is an important component in social group work practice. So effective recording is an important component of social group work practice. So it's by supporting accountability, keeping transparency, and groups evaluation. The principles of clarity, accuracy, confidentiality, objectivity, timeliness, consistency, purposefulness, and ethical considerations provide a strong foundation for quality documentation. So all these principles, the principles of clarity, accuracy, confidentiality, and so on, it provide a strong foundation, strong base for the quality, well-structured documentation. So while challenges exist, as I said, there are challenges too. So these challenges, while challenges exist, they can be managed through careful planning. So we can overcome these challenges through careful planning, careful organization, and adherence to ethical standards. We should keep our ethical standards too. So we can manage to get through these challenges. Ultimately, effective recording enhances the professional practice of social workers and contributes to the success and well-being of the group. So effective recording, in all total, effective recording is an important component of social group work practice. Even though there are challenges exist, we can manage it through planning, organization, and so on. So that's all. Thank you. Thank you for your active listening. Hope you all understood what is an effective recording in social group work practice, the importance of social effective recording, the principles, the challenges. So thank you once again. Thank you and have a great day.